You finally decide to ask for this trade. It's happening. You choose LA. Why?
I think it goes back to what we talked about at the beginning of, okay, like you could play for 20 years. I mean, there's no one that's done that besides you and D, pretty much, right?
Yeah, I think a couple, but yeah, not a lot. There's a couple of us.
You really get like one swing at it. And
Very true.
I just remember thinking in that off season, like, okay, if you like really are about it, and you like really believe that you are as good as you think you are, and you really think you can impact winning at the highest level,
only one way to find out.
There's only one way to find out. And kind of also too, like you also have to have a coach that is like, no, that's exactly who I want. And I give Lynn a ton of credit. Like she's like, you're my person. Let's do this. And I was like, wow, okay. So I'm not crazy. At least maybe we're both crazy. And like it has nothing to do with being like the best player. And like we talked about this too, right? Like on a championship team, your 3s and 4s are really going to be your killers. I think a lot of times your ones and 2s cancel each other out in a lot of ways when you're going up against matchups, really. And so like I don't have an ego in that. Like I know that. But I just thought also too the talent that they have, like at the time when I wasn't on the team, you know, Rakia, Cam, obviously D's here. I was like, there's pieces. Mm-hmm. There's pieces. And also too, like Birdie, just to keep it a buck, like what do you go do? Just go join another powerhouse? Why would I not just stay? Like that doesn't make any sense, right? Mm-hmm.
It sounds to me like you really just had like an itch that you had to scratch. You had to know. You had to know, like, what is that experience? What is it to be, like, the leader? What is it to be, like, the head of the snake? That kind of a vibe. Feels like you just, like, wanted to know. You needed to know.
Yeah, I would hate to have, like, grandkids sitting on the couch and just being like, I wonder if I would have. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That sounded creepy, but.
No, not at all. I totally get it. Yeah, you don't want to regret. Is basically what you're saying. So even though you requested the trade, like what did you learn about the business of the WNBA in this experience?
Oh my goodness. Well, it had to be a 3-part, right? Because it didn't happen to be. And then also too, like there were multiple instances where, like I knew that that's where I wanted, but it wasn't like, oh. You decide on Tuesday, it happens on a Thursday. It was like months.
Yeah. No, yeah, you,
Jewel, and then they got picks.
Yeah, but you guys were all just like in a holding
pattern. Because you have to have everyone sign off. And like a lot of times people like, yeah, I'm good. And then they kind of take it back. And it was like this whole.
Yeah, you had to be super patient.
Back and forth situation.
Yeah, it means you wanted it. And I think you did. And so I'm curious, like, now that you're kind of like in the role that you saw for yourself in LA, like this, you wanting to experience this, is it what you expected?
It's harder.
It's harder?
Mm-hmm.
Fair.
It's harder.
What's harder about it?
Leading. It's harder. Being responsible at a different level. You know, when you're a role player, you know, if you shoot poorly, you don't play well, or turn the ball over, or get beat on D, it's really like, okay, maybe it affected the game, maybe it didn't. Mm-hmm. I mean, this is like a whole new level of stakes, and I wouldn't say pressure, more opportunity, but definitely like what you say, what you do, what you don't say, what you don't do drastically affects outcomes on and off the court.
Do you feel like you're adjusting well?
I'm pretty proud of the way I've handled it so far. I would say definitely it was like bumpy in the beginning. A lot of too, like just trying to get like the whole team together in terms of like health, right? Because that's tough. And we were missing a lot of big pieces. And then, you also forget when you've been on a team for so long, training camp isn't new. It's just a refresher.
Yeah.
You're like, oh yeah, I remember that play.
Yeah.
And then now it's like new system and
totally.
it's just like, whoa,
that you're like, oh God, I forgot. This is what we have to do.
Yeah.
We're like learning everything from like square one, terminology, like whatever it is.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
you
like
don't just get to like pick up and start from where you left off last year.
New teammates. And like I remember too, training camp, something I always loved playing for Becky, like we just always play.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm like, drills?
Well, you have a young team.
No, but like again, something you don't even think about.
Yeah, it's a lot of people are still probably rightfully so, like learning.
For sure.
Yeah. What actually I had Arike on much earlier in the season.
Mm-hmm.
Like they were just getting going, it was like a couple weeks in. But even then, it was like young team, brand new coach, totally different experience. Even though she's still in Dallas. It's basically like she's on a
new team,
brand new team, and just like the growing pains with that. And like I could see, if you watch the interview, you can see it. It's hard. It's really hard. What do you feel like you're able to teach these younger players? Or are they teaching you patience?
Oof, for sure. I think that when you're on a vet team, you forget like being a pro. People talk about being a pro. What does that even mean? You don't think about it until you're like, oh, hey, I know practice is at 11. Probably got to be here at 9. You know what I mean? Just things like that. Or like, I think if anything, like I'm not someone that is a big like barker. Try more by example. And like, I know I'm competitive and intense, but I'm like very encouraging. So I just think if anything, looking back at my experience, wishing what I would have had, wish I had more vets that I could have just leaned on to like encourage me and empower me. Mm-hmm. That's how I try to lead now. Just like belief. I think people just need to know that you believe in them. And I really do. I mean, like I like bet my career on this. Like I believe.
Yeah. I'm going to say it that way.
In a sense, in terms of, and so like.
You chose this.
Yeah, absolutely.
You wanted to be here with them.
Yeah.
Specifically. And
so like I really do believe in the young talent, the coaches, GM, like everything that they're doing. And I see the vision. And it's really, like you said, it's a level of patience